Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the bank records that were read in that courtroom of Judge Ratapa Imaloyi. You know what? The question that I have is, or perhaps that you guys might have, what could possibly be done by defense to rebut the the bank statement that seemingly there is some falsification that happened there? If the bank records are falsified, I'm looking for the notes quickly. That's what I'm doing, trying to get them up. Sorry about the delay. Hi, guys. There was a lot of things that were rather questionable when it comes to the bank records, I must say. And I must say I was impressed with Umuzi and Umnisi. Umnisi, I think he makes sure ukuthi him and his clients, they are like this when it comes to mohodu and thinking processes, because wow. Okay, what the defense can do, ne? Number one, they can demand practical or they can demand originals and prove authenticity or show lack of it, okay, if there is none. Subpoena the bank to produce original records, audit logs, and the employees who produce the printouts. Call them to testify to how the document was created and stored. If the state can't show an unbroken authentication process, the document's reliability collapses. Something is offish with those bank records, guys. Number two, attack chain of custody or provenance. Require the state to show who handled the records from the bank to the court, who collected, copied, stored, and transmitted them. Gaps or inconsistent explanations. Let the defense argue the records were tampered with. For electronic records, this includes server logs, export metadata, and certificates. That's what they need. Number three, ask for a trial within a trial via dire admissibility of this, but again, they admitted them already, so it won't help. Apply for a hearing limited to whether the records are admissible, where evidence about falsification is tested before the court. Then they will hear the substance. So this is allowed also in South African practice for focused in admissibility inquiry. Okay. Number four, engage independent forensic experts. Instruct a forensic document examiner or digital forensic experts to examine printouts, file metadata, export timestamps, PDF properties, or banking systems logs. Expert reports can rebut state experts and show signs of editing or fabrication. The rules for expert evidence and its evaluation are well established in SA. Okay, that can also help. Number five, cross-examine state witnesses hard on origin and authenticity. Ne? Use precise questioning to expose inconsistencies, dates, who accessed accounts, why they are missing entries, why printouts were produced now, undermining the probative value of the records. And then the coverage that shows the bank statements have already been central in the Miwa case. So I think this is a normal background where they can embark on a defense. Number six, file applications for disclosure of further particulars. Seek full disclosure of related material, logs, backups, backup tapes, chain of custody forms, communication with the bank staff. If the state refuses, apply to court to compel production or draw adverse inferences. Okay, that is number 6. Number 7, seek orders for preservation or expect access. Ask the court to preserve forensic evidence and grant the defense meaningful access to, for instance, forensic image of the server or exported file, so the defense expert can test the state's material. Courts routinely order preservation where tampering is alleged because it looks like something like that has happened. Number 8, ask the court to exclude the evidence if unlawfully obtained or unreliable. If falsification is proved, the defense can apply to exclude the records for being unreliable or where rights or constitutional protection have been breached for being unlawfully obtained. South African law permits exclusion where admission would be unfair or the evidence lacks authenticity. Number 9, push for criminal investigation of the fabricators. If there is evidence that police or court witnesses or others fabricated documents, the defense can ask the court to refer the matter for investigation. Perjury, defeating the ends of justice, falsification or documents. Proved fabrication can fatally damage the state's credibility. Lastly, but not least, number 10, if the falsified records are the only central link, pursue no case to answer acquittal arguments. Where records were the state's main proof of an alibi or location and they are excluded or shown to be unreliable, the state case might collapse or be insufficient, supporting a no case or acquittal submission. Okay, so that's what the defense needs to do when it comes to everything that this one are busy doing, because there was a lot of inconsistencies. There was a lot of questionable entries in that statement that was being read. There was a side that was only given to the defense only today. Like, there's a lot of information that is there was also a time where Umuzi asked Guti this and that. Yeah, but there was also a transaction that says Cape Town and Baloyi quickly ran away from that. And then Umuzi at some point asked, now it says Vosloorus, in seconds later it says Johannesburg in town. Come on now. So there's a lot of questions that are there that makes one to believe or to think that something is very strange that is happening on this bank statement. And moreover, the letterhead. The letterhead, if it's not there, something is very off there. So those are the things that I personally think that the defense needs to deal with. One of the other things, they move early to preservation orders and full disclosure, get an expert in electronic bank records quickly, time destroys metadata. Use focused admissibility hearings to separate the authenticity, fight from the merits of the case. If police officers or state witnesses are implicated, seek independent oversight or investigation and put those facts before the court carefully. Okay? Carefully, because something is going on there. Something is going on there. And that is likely if the outcomes of that, if fabrication is proved, exclusion or heavy downgrading of those records weight, court may refuse to admit them or give them little weight. Yeah, in a normal court, by the way. Criminal charges against persons who fabricated or presented false documents with which damages state credibility. Acquittal or collapse of the state's case if the falsified records were essential to proving an element, for instance, an alibi or a location of the accused. Reopening of investigations or retrials in extreme situations, less common, facts dependent. So those are the things that they need to actually be pop up on when it comes to these documents that Baloyi brings. Because wow, that entire situation became so questionable altogether. And I guess He moves as if he did nothing wrong or there's nothing wrong happening there. I don't know, Baloyi, which world does he live in alone? Because somewhere, somehow, he believes Uguti, everyone that is watching that case is clueless. Everyone that is watching that case is a dumb cop. Everyone that watches that case, there's nothing that they can do. There's something going on with him. Ubaloyi, yena yedwa nje alone. Something is going on with him. I don't know how to call it or what to say about it, but something is going on with him and him alone. He's that type of a guy who says, I suka what do you know? Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts when it comes to this? Please drop your comment in the comment section. Let's talk about this. I want us to discuss. Do you think that it defends if they were to call experts, forensic experts, bank tontons, if they were to engage in or go in that direction of dealing with the authenticity of these bank statements, do you think that it will be a fruitless exercise? I personally don't think so. I personally don't think it will be a fruitless exercise. I believe that there is something that can come out of that exercise. Wena, what are your thoughts? There's a lot that is going on in that courtroom, Judge Rat. There is a lot that is going on in the courtroom, Judge Rat. So I just thought, let's talk about it openly. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.